Many people want to program, but not all of them accomplish to successfully learn it. Maybe you will be one of those persons if you don't watch this video. I'm going to tell you the main reasons why many people fail to learn programming and how you can avoid them to become a good programmer. Not choosing a niche. You may have heard that the more programming languages and tools a programmer knows, the better. But this is just the opposite a company wants. What a company actually wants is a professional specialized in just one niche. Companies don't want a person that knows a bit of everything. They want you to know one thing deeply. So let's give an example of this. You're an employer and you're looking for video game programmers. You have two possible people to hire. Person A has been programming games for 10 years using the same game engine, programming language and tools. Then person B has been programming for 10 years too. Unlike A, B has been using different game engines and also learned about game development and artificial intelligence. As you can clearly see it, you will obviously hire person A, because if the goal of the company is to create games, person A is a better option as it has much more experience in creating video games. Although knowing many things is not a good idea, as I said before, you can, for example, if you are a video game developer, learn the basics of how to create a web page in order to create a portfolio. It's a matter of seriously focusing on one single thing and specialize in it. Not doing practical things. There are such a lot of online courses that are all with theoretical content. Theory is obviously really important, but practice is the key of success. In programming, there are much concepts. Variables, functions, loops are just few examples. You must know what they are and how they work, but with no practical experience, there is no actual learning. What you should do is try to anything you learn, try to make a project or something practical with it. By doing something practical, you will use that thing you learned and understand how those concepts are applied in a project. If you don't apply things learned, it will be like a musician studied how instruments work and not composing any song. As you can see, there is no sense. That's why you should always be applying everything you learn. If you learn how to move a character and collect objects, you can make a collectionable game. If you learned anything, you make a project with this. As simple as that. So the first step is to know the theory, but just a small and easy part of it. Don't get too complicated. And then you make something practical with it. To think that committing errors is bad. Making mistakes is just being one step closer to achieving what you want. You don't have to feel bad or disappointed if you can't do what you want to. Usually, you must deal with errors, and even more if you are a programmer. It's not about not having errors. It's about how to deal and solve them. Nowadays, solving errors is easier than it used to be. There is a huge amount of information in the internet, in YouTube, and in all social media or even Discord servers with lots of people that will help you in these situations. So it's all about communicating with other people. I know it's really hard when you can't solve an error. It's not that the program hates you, it's just that it's confused because it doesn't understand you and don't know what to do with the written code. A programming language is quite similar to any way of communication. If the communication is not clear, the output neither. This means that if the instructions you give to a program aren't the right ones, the program won't know what to do with those instructions or won't understand them at all. Finally, as I said before, making mistakes is just being one step closer to achieving what you want, and you have to learn from them. Giving up after a short time. To learn programming is a long and consistent period of time. It actually requires a lot of effort to become a programmer, which doesn't mean it's impossible. In addition, you may think that there is a perfect course that if you don't take, you won't be a good programmer. In reality, there is no perfect course, and you should start with something anyway. Obviously, taking courses is one of the best ways to learn programming, but as far as I know, spending a lot of your time trying to find that perfect course that will make you the perfect programmer is just a waste of time. You should start with something. There are a lot of free courses online and can teach you how to do a lot of cool stuff. Practice every day. Keep up learning new things and ask other people when you can't find any solution after trying and trying. That's the way you won't give up and will improve your programming skills. After programming for about 90 days, you will realize the positive effects in your logical thinking in every way in your life. I hope this video was useful. If so, please consider subscribing and liking the video. This is all for today. See you on the next one and bye bye.